More and more families are learning about the importance of exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of their baby's life, and continued breastfeeding after the introduction of solid food. Return to work or school can cause separation of mothers and infants, often before 6 months, prompting the need for accommodating workplaces and supportive childcare centers. This video is designed to reinforce what you may already know and raise your understanding of the qualities of what to look for in a childcare center that will truly be supportive of your infant feeding decisions. Returning to work or school might mean separation from your baby, but it doesn't have to mean stopping breastfeeding or introducing formula. Early communication with your employer can help you access workplace lactation accommodation. In addition, selection of a supportive and informed childcare center makes it easier for mothers to have confidence their milk is continuing to sustain and support the best and healthiest start for their babies. A new federal law requires employers of hourly workers to provide reasonable time and clean private space to express milk during the workday. The U.S. Department of Labor administers this law, and you can read all about it on the website displayed on your screen. Many individual states also have laws supporting women who need to express milk in the workplace. Check with your state Department of Labor to find out more on local protections for nursing mothers. Meanwhile, what can you look for to find a child care center that is breast milk friendly? Some of the first clues you will get come from observing the environment. Are there rocking chairs or a mother's nursing room? Do they have breast milk handling guidelines or policy? Does the staff seem comfortable, confident, and knowledgeable about breastfeeding? And even if breast milk feeding is unfamiliar territory for them, do they seem kind, supportive, and receptive to information from you? Your feeling of the rapport means a lot. When childcare providers understand how vital nursing is for both mother and child, good communication will be part of creating a team approach to ensuring that breastfeeding is welcome at the center. Communication with mama to help her manage her milk supply is a high priority, and the care provider is dedicated to proper handling and feeding of your milk to your baby. Experts recommend that families wait until breastfeeding is well established before introducing a bottle. Some mothers introduce a bottle between 4 to 6 weeks and then offer 1 to 2 bottles a week until childcare begins. Other mothers do not introduce a bottle and wait until the baby starts childcare to cross that bridge. It is often easiest if someone other than mom gives the first bottle. Infants can become used to being fed express breast milk by another person while also continuing to directly breastfeed. And some babies just won't take a bottle. It's important not to become alarmed if this happens. They eventually learn how to do this on their own schedule, as much as we would like them to do it on ours. Waiting until breasts feel full to pump or nurse can actually slow down milk production, so nurse and pump as often as possible. It is important to know that breast pumps don't last forever. Pump motors wear out, so using a pump for many children or hand-me-down pumps can sometimes be part of a problem. Quality double electric breast pumps can be rented or purchased, and women on WIC can also receive pumps upon return to work or school. Be sure to label every bag of milk with your baby's name, the date, and the time of day you express the milk. This will help you and your child care provider rotate the milk for freshness. Breast milk appears more watery than formula, sometimes with a slightly bluish color, and that's okay. Also, because it's not homogenized, it will separate into layers, with fats rising to the top, so you can expect a frozen bag of breast milk to have color or density variations. When you take your baby to the child care center for the first time, bring an extra day's supply for them to keep in the freezer if you can. Each day after that, take the fresh milk you expressed the previous day. Your care provider will rotate this on a first-in, first-out basis, using the oldest fresh milk first and then the oldest frozen milk. Since babies are more efficient than breast pumps, many mothers find it works well to feed their baby at the child care center at drop-off and pickup, and when possible, during their lunch break too. Whether at child care or at home, there are several options for preparing the breast milk for consumption. It can be defrosted in the refrigerator overnight. It can be held under running water or submerged in a bowl of water. As it thaws, swirl it gently to combine the layers, as shaking milk damages components in the milk that are valuable to the infant. Bottles can be warmed under running water, in a container of warm water, or warmed in a bottle warmer. Temperatures should not exceed 98.6 degrees, so don't leave them in the warm water for more than about 5 minutes. Excessive heat destroys infection-fighting properties of milk, so the crockpots and microwaves are not appropriate or safe. Employers and child care centers may want the assurance that breast milk is totally safe for them to handle and does not require gloves or separate refrigerators. Both OSHA and CDC have guidelines to this effect, which you can share with them if they need it. When baby is showing hunger cues, such as chewing on hands or rooting with their tongue or mouth, it is likely time to feed. Holding a baby in an upright position with the bottle parallel to the floor helps reduce the risk of the baby eating too much or too fast. It is important to give breastfed babies breaks and pauses as they eat. This is called paced bottle feeding. There are nipples with different flows, so make sure to experiment with a few until you find one that your baby likes. It is reasonable to expect your care provider to give you an accurate report of the frequency and quantity of milk your baby consumed during the day. Looking for this information, as well as other observations about your baby, helps you feel connected to your baby and your child care team, and can also help you plan better for breast milk expression and storage at work and at home. Staying in communication is key, especially if you want to nurse your baby at childcare before heading home. This can be a great way to reconnect with baby at the end of the day, while helping you relax and shift into the home routines of the evening. This can be especially helpful if older children and household responsibilities will keep you hopping for several more hours. Take the time to rock and relax. You and your baby both deserve it.